fixed to make the biggest hoe cake ever. Not really, we're gonna make a little one. But George's mama, honey, she'd have to make 2 big hoe cakes because she had 4 strapping boys, and she and Papa and a girl. So there were 7 of them. And she had to know how to cook cheap, y'all. And I'm gonna teach you how to cook some cheese cornbread today that will melt in your mouth. Here we go. And today I'm actually gonna measure for y'all. That's a tablespoon. This is olive oil. You can use any kind of oil you want to use. All right, I'm gonna say 1. You know this is good for you. 2, 3. I'm going to put it on my eye over here that's on. That one's on too, but that we're going to cook something else too. We're going to cook something else. I'm going to put it on that eye, let it be getting hot. Then I'm going to take my bowl, and I am going to use some White Lily self-rising cornmeal. And I'm going to take that measuring spoon again now. Same one. And the reason I'm doing that is because y'all, I'm cooking this just for me. If y'all are making a big one like Granny did, you'll just have to do your own. I'm going to use 3. 1, 2, 3. That's it. All right. Now then, what we're going to do, take your buttermilk, shake it up. And this is where you're going to have to make a judgment call, y'all. You're going to have to make a judgment call. So I'm going to pour a little bit in. Remember now, this is just for me. Don't pour too much at the time because you've got to have this kind of stiffish. And you think, well, Brenda, that isn't very much. Well, it's going to be plenty, I'm telling you. You'll wait and see. All right, that's enough buttermilk. Mix it up real good. Get you one of these spoons so you don't have anything else left in that container. All right, there you go. That's what you want right there. All right, come over here and I'm going to show you what to do to put it in your skillet. All right, we've got our skillet on high, but I'm fixed to turn it down just as soon as I get that cornmeal in there. Okay? Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and turn it down now. I'm going to turn it down to 4. All right, you pull it up like that, put it in the center. I can hear it sizzling a little bit. Clean out your bowl. All right, now take the back of your spoon, baby, and press it down like this and spread it out kind of thin. But try to keep it together. Okay, I got it turned low now. All right, that's all I'm gonna make me. Is that one little hoe cake right there. She'd make those things up, and her 4 boys, they would break them off like this. All right, so now what we're going to do in this skillet, we're going to put a little olive oil. We're making us a quick lunch, y'all. And we are going to take this half the cabbage that I had left from the other day. I'm going to cut up some of it. Let me turn y'all around where you can see this. Now, I've got this, remember, on low, and I'm cooking it just a little bit on that side. All right, so now I'm just going to cut me off some quick cabbage, and we are going to stir fry this. I got my eye on. Y'all, when you get back from town and you got to hurry, make you a hoe cake and some cabbage. It'll be so good for you, you won't believe it. All right, I'm going to do that much right there. And I'm going to cut it in some little pieces here because I'm fixing to stir fry this little jewel. Anyway, I got all my stuff done in town. Went to the grocery store, and remember this, yesterday I told y'all I had to buy toilet paper. Well, I got that and some other stuff. I think today is the last day of April, isn't it? Or is the first day of May? I think it's the first day of May. All right, here's this. And I'm just going to put it over here in my skillet. Like that. And y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm fixing to turn it down a little bit. See, this is so quick. So quick. Now I'm going to take some leftover purple onion that I had. I'm going to trim it up good. And we're going to cut us a little bit of onion to go on top of our cabbage, and then I fix to put a top on it. It's going to be a good little dinner. Alright, we're going to do like that. We're cutting this kind of chunky. We're going to put this on the top of it. Now remember, there's no water in there, in that cabbage. So we're stir frying it. Here's our onion, a half an onion we're going to put in there with that, all that cabbage. Okay, now we're going to give it a quick stir. Turn it down a little bit more. And we're going to go ahead and put our salt, because that will draw out the water that's in it. Okay. Put a top on it. Now let's see if we need to turn our cornbread. Miss Gantt always used to turn hers with her fingers, I think. Is she going to burn herself up doing that? But she'd go up under it. To see how I'm doing this, this is what you want to do. Gently hold it, flip it over to the other side. And you can't be doing much then. And now I'm going to press it down a little, since we're on the other side. Okay, I'll show you what I'm going to do next. Okay, our cornbread is cooked on both sides. See that other side? But I'm going to turn it over and let it, it's just getting crunchier and crunchier the longer I leave it in there, the longer I leave it in there. So I'm not in any hurry to get it out. But we do want to stir our cabbage. And when it gets kind of getting soft, I'll turn it up just a little bit higher. Y'all probably need to come over here and see it a little bit. Let's put us some butter in it. Don't you think that'd be good? Isn't everything always better with a little butter? Let's put about a tablespoon in there. Give us some good flavor. What you say? All right. I think it's kind of getting a little soft, so now I'm going to turn it up higher to about 8, I think. Now, some people say, well, you're eating bread. Well, I sure am eating bread. I love cornbread, y'all. I absolutely love it. And that little crunchy cornbread right there, that little Hoecake. When George and I first got married, well, no, we weren't married yet. We went to meet his parents. And so, or I did. He invited me to meet him. So anyway, she cooked. And she had 2 big Hoecakes. Hers were about this big, because they were flat though, like this one, but they were bigger. Because there were so many of us to feed, there was all 7 of them and me. That made 8 people. And so what they always did all their life is she would put those on a plate and put a knife under it, like a butter knife, to hold it up off the plate so it wouldn't sweat. It'd stay crunchy. Well, got time to eat. And what they always did is you passed the cornbread around the table, and everybody just took their hand and broke off an edge of that cornbread. Just broke it off, and that was their piece, and handed on. They'd break off the edges and go around that one and the other one. And in the middle, you had that spot left that didn't have a lot of crunchy, because it was what was left, and she ate it. Well, she decided, since I had never visited there before, that she would cut the cornbread into little wedges like you're supposed to cut cornbread. And she cut it, and she put it on the table. Well, everybody there was shocked. They'd never seen it cut before. They always just broke them off some. So my husband-to-be said, "Mama, why'd you cut the cornbread?" And she got so mad because she wanted to be a little bit special since I was new at the household. And they'd cleaned the bedroom up real good, had beautiful quilts on the bed for me. And I slept in George's sister's room, Mary Ann. They put me in the girl room. But anyway, and he shouldn't have said that. He should have known that his mother was trying to be a little fancy. They always laughed about, this is ready, y'all. I'm going to get me out a little plate. Oh, they always laughed about somebody getting married in their family. Because they always did something nice at the house to kind of clean it up, okay? So on the year that I got married, it was either me and George or Kate, and I can't remember which one. They got some real concrete steps to go up in their house instead of wooden ones. So they did a little something special. All right, that grease is still left in there. I got me a piece of a steak. I'm going to fry that up real good. All right, why don't we cut us up a tomato? Wouldn't that be good in it? I've already washed one. The tomatoes aren't real good right now, but they're fixing to start coming in, and we'll just start getting some really good ones in just a short time, I think. Let's cut us a slice or two of this. Well, the whole tomato. I'm going to eat the whole thing. Our cabbage is about ready. See, it didn't take long. Y'all don't have to eat a sandwich every day. You could use something special. Y'all like salt and pepper on your tomatoes like I do? A little pepper. A little salt. And turn that steak up because this cabbage is about done. Well, I think it's finally turned summertime, y'all. It's hot outside. As a matter of fact, last night, come over here and look at this. You might need to look down in here and see how it's doing. I cut up a purple onion today, but y'all can do white onions or whatever you want. See there how it's pretty it's doing? And all that stuff right there on the bottom, right there. Cabbage and onion both have like a sugar in it, and it's caramelized it on the bottom of that pan is what that is. And that makes it taste super good. Okay, we're about ready. Turn that up a little bit. I don't like mine cooked so long. My steak, I like mine kind of pink in the middle. Do y'all? There was 2 steaks in this package, and I cut both pieces in half. So I'm getting 4 meals out of it. I mean, this meal, and tonight, not tonight, but when we eat it the Wednesday night meal, I'll save it and not cook it then. That tomato isn't bad. All right, this is ready. Let me flip that steak over and get it hot on the other side. See, they only messed up 2 skillets. We could cook that and be done with that just a little bit. Let me fix me a little pumpkin to drink. Oh, I didn't make any tea today, so I'm going to have to drink water. I've been gone all day. I couldn't do anything I wanted to do. Why don't we taste our cornbread while we're waiting on our steak to get ready? Y'all might want a bite of that. See how thin that I mashed it? Now, this is good. And you need to get you some white lily cornmeal and some buttermilk. And that's all you need. You don't put an egg in it or anything like that. Now listen. You don't cook it too fast. Mash it down thin. Honey, you could eat this with dip, with salsa, anything. I think it's ready. Let's get this up. Let's get her straight. Move that off the eye. Turn it off. And here's our meal. Look at that. Turn that light on it where you can see good. Look at that. Isn't that good? And it didn't take any time at all. And the only expense you've got in there is the steak, because the cornmeal is practically free, and so is the cabbage. The tomatoes are still a little high right now, but everything else on there isn't. But that cornbread, I'm telling you, you just got to make this. And remember to have it kind of thick, and then when you put it in your olive oil, don't put a lot. But those 3 little tablespoons of cornmeal made this nice hoe cake for me to eat. And can you imagine how many meals you can get out of that? Your children are going to love this. So, y'all have a wonderful day. Cook you some cornbread and some sauteed cabbage with some onion in it, and slice your tomato. You'll be home free. Well, you will. You'll love it. So tell me if you always boil your cabbage. I bet a lot of you do. And I like it that way. Hey, I'm not knocking it. I love it that way. And I love it with bacon grease in it too. But today I didn't want that. I wanted just some little butter and whatever in it. I think I'm going to go on the porch to eat today because the weather's so beautiful and it's warm outside. And I've been to town, and I came back and took off my town clothes. I don't go to town in shorts and stuff. And I put on these old shorts at the top because I'm going to get out in the yard a little bit and water my grass that I sprigged. And I'm going to water I planted some zinnias and some flowers. Y'all sent me some seed. And I planted those, but I'm having to water them every day because we have had no rain. None. And I couldn't tell you how long. The ground's like a brick. And the person that sent me the Julia Child rose that I told y'all about the other day, it bloomed, honey. It's yellow. It's just beautiful. It didn't have a bloom on it when I got it, but I planted it and watered it in good. And now I've got some yellow blooms, and they're real pretty. It's a bush-type rose. If you have not pre-ordered my coffee table book, you need to get on the ball and do that, because I'm telling you, it's going to be great. It is big. It's called the Southern Mirror. And it's going to be full of all kind of fun stuff. You'll spend hours in it, and you'll love it. And you get it at BrendaGanttBook.com. Y'all have a wonderful day. Love you. Bye-bye.